Good morning, my friends. Happy Saturday. I hope everybody's doing well. It's been so long since I've made a video and I miss you, and I'm sorry that it's been so long, but I wanted to let you know that I'm still thinking about everybody who has been supporting me for the last few months as I try to stay connected with my students and my family via this platform, the internet. But I'm super excited because 2 weeks ago I was able to get back with some of my students this summer and continue teaching them for a bit before they move on to kindergarten. So it's been a great opportunity for me, but for everybody else that's still out there and living life to the fullest and enjoying their time with their family, I wanted to read a book to you. So I chose one of my favorites. I have a lot of favorites, but this is a great one too. It's called Our Tree Named Steve. It's by Alan Zweibel, illustrated by David Catrow. Billy Crystal says it's sweet and funny and charming, and I would definitely agree. So this is our front cover and our back cover and our spine. It holds all the pages together. So I'm going to get reading. I hope you enjoy it. Title page. Dear kids, a long time ago when you were little, Mom and I took you to where we wanted to build a house for us to live in. But in order to build there, men had to come and clear the land. Green is one of my favorite colors, and this book has a lot of it. I remember there was one tree, however, that the three of you couldn't stop staring at. Adam thought it was crying. Lindsay said it looked nervous, and Sari, who was only 2 years old, couldn't pronounce the word tree and called out, Steve. Move you guys a little bit closer. I love you, Steve, she kept saying, and then Adam and Lindsay started saying it, and before too long, Mom and I got the hint and asked the builder to please save Steve. The day we moved in, Steve was there to greet us. Wow, look at that big, beautiful tree. Why are trees important? Does anybody know? Why do we need trees? They clean the air for us. The trees breathe out what we breathe in. So they breathe out clean air or oxygen, and we breathe in oxygen. And then it's the opposite because they breathe in. I got confused for a second. They breathe in what we breathe out. So when we go, that's our carbon dioxide, which is kind of like our dirty air. And there's, lots of other factors that create dirty air out in the environment, and the trees like that, and they breathe it in. So it cleans our air for us. So trees are pretty important in keeping our air clean. So moving on, the day we moved in, Steve was there to greet us. I already read that, but just wanted to refresh since I've kind of gotten a little off topic from reading. He quickly worked his way into your lives as a swing holder, target, third base, hiding place, jump rope turner, and whenever our dryer broke down, he held our underwear with pride. Underwear, that's a little silly. Yes, right there in the center of our yard, this weird-looking tree grew to become the center of our outdoor life. Through all our barbecues, campouts, dance parties, or when Adam and Lindsay started getting crushes on the Simon kids next door, Steve adjusted to our every need. A tree for all seasons. And it wasn't always easy, standing tall through snowstorms in the winter. It doesn't snow where I live. Does it snow where you live? I've only seen snow one time in my whole life, and I'm old, so. Or when Uncle Chester napped in the hammock, couldn't possibly have been fun. Not to mention the time that the sewer overflowed and Steve sucked up all the smelly water before it drowned Kirby. Ugh, yuck! Then got so sick himself that the tree doctor had to give Steve a haircut that made him look like a big thumb. Through the years, Mom and I have tried to show you, on a world filled with strangers, the peace that comes with having things you can count on and a safe place to return to after a hard day or a long trip. Which brings me to the point of this letter. Last week, a storm hit our area. And though we spared Steve's life a long time ago, this time we couldn't save him. Oh no, this part always makes me feel so sad. Are we sad? Sure we are. But even in his final moments, when he could have fallen on our house, Sorry Swings, Kirby's house, or Mom's garden, Steve performed his last trick and protected all of us to the very end. And friends like this are hard to find. It's very true. So when you come home from Grandma's next week, Steve will not be able to greet you as he's done in the past. I'm sorry. But please know that Steve will always be with us, in our hearts, in our thoughts, and in a different tree at the other end of our yard. See you next week. Love, Dad. Look what Steve turned into. He turned into a tree house. I absolutely love this book. The first time I read it, I got kind of choked up because I read it for the first time in front of my students. And it made me feel a lot of different emotions, and that's just why I love it so much. So I hope you enjoyed the book, Our Tree Named Steve. Happy Saturday, you guys. I love you all. Enjoy your weekend. Do something fun. Go play outside. Go climb a tree. See you later.